Greetings, salutations, respect and love. I am Scott from the Fire Note, and you are in the Prog Corner. Today on the channel, I've got an exciting episode. We are going to be talking about the Big Six of Prog. Who are they? Why are they considered the Big Six? And are they deserving of such accolades? Is it time perhaps to revisit this and come up with alternatives? I don't know. We'll talk about that. First of all, the Big Six. When I first started going on to message boards and prog rock forums, I started hearing this phrase, the Big Six. I guessed who they were, but I did not know at first. They are, for the uninitiated, yes, Genesis, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, King Crimson, Pink Floyd, and Jethro Tull. That's your Big Six. Why are they considered the top of the prog heap? Well, obviously they are the biggest names in the prog community. They had the greatest success of any band in the prog community. They're all British, and they all started between 67 and 70. So perhaps Rush dated out of that. I don't know. But we'll get into some of that later. First of all, the Big Six. Why are they considered to be at the top of the slack heap? Well, I love doing lists. And the other day, I started doing my top 100 prog albums of all time. And I realized that a third of that list, if I was being really, really honest, was from the Big Six. You don't believe me? We're going to prove it right now. Jethro Tull, Aqualung. Okay, pretty deserving. Thick as a Brick. Oh yeah, that's going to be on there. How about a Passion Play? Yeah, Passion Play makes my top 100. What about Pink Floyd? How about Metal? Yeah, any album with echoes is going to be on there. How about the best-selling prog album of all time? Yeah, that's going to be on there. How about its follow-up? The Great Wish You Were Here. Yeah, that's going to be on there. What about my favorite Pink Floyd album, Animals? Yep, that's in my top 100. What about the first true prog album? From King Crimson? Yeah, that's going to be on there. My favorite King Crimson album? Yeah, that's going to be on there. Its follow-up, The Great Starless and Bible Black? That's on there. Red makes my top 100. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, we just did a ranking, so you know these well. The Debut. Tarkus. Pictures at an Exhibition. Trilogy. Brain Salad Surgery. How about Genesis? I've got 6 Genesis albums in my top 100. I've got Nursery Crime. Of course I do. Foxtrot. One of the best albums ever recorded. Selling England by the Pound. Their #1 rated album on Prog Archives. Certainly makes my top 100. My second favorite album of all time. The Lamb makes my top 100. As does Trick of the Tail. And the second Phil Collins Genesis album, Wind and Wuthering, also makes my top 100. What about Yes, you ask? Well, yeah, I got 6 Yes albums in my top 100. I've got the Yes album, Fragile, Close to the Edge, my favorite album of all time, Tales from Topographic Oceans, The Great Relayer, and their final masterpiece, Going for the One. Ignore the but. But that's not all, people. That's not all. How about the solo albums? Yeah, I've got 6 solo albums from the Big Six. Well, actually, from 2 out of the Big Six. In my top 100, Steve Hackett's debut, Voyage of the Aqualot. Certainly makes it. How about Anthony Phillips? Oh, this record is amazing. This makes my top 100. Peter Gabriel's third album. Yeah, that's going to be in my top 100. What about Six Wives of Henry VIII? Sure, why not? Yeah. Chris Squire, Fish Out of Water. And John Anderson, Elias of Sun Hillow. That's 33 albums. 33 that I just rattled off. 1/3 of my top 100 is from 6 bands. So I believe the Big Six is definitely a valid concept. It is why when I do those types of rankings and when I will do them going forward, I will limit it to 1 per artist. That way we don't get the Big Six dominating everything. Who else, though? Who else might be included in this kind of, declaration of greatness? Rush obviously deserves a look-see. Yeah, they're Canadian. Yeah, their first album came out in 74, so maybe they aged out. What about the Moody Blues? They had a lot of hits. They had a lot of great albums. They're one of the pioneers of prog. Why aren't they considered in the Big Six? Personally, I think Rush is not included because they aged out. I think Moody Blues are not included because honestly, they're not as good and they're not as proggy. Just saying. I love them. I have all their albums. I'll probably do a ranking the Moody Blues album, but they're not as good as, yes, Genesis, ELP, King Crimson, Pink Floyd, Jethro Tull. That's why they're the Big Six. I get excited talking about this. Are there any other bands that you think should be included? Or perhaps we should do a Big Six of the modern era. Since we've got the Big Six of the golden era, maybe we should do a modern Big Six. And let me know in the comments who you think should be included in that imaginary list. Anyway, that's the Big Six. Like it or not, they are there for a reason. Any newcomer to the prog scene needs to be familiarized with all of those albums that I just rattled off. 1/3 of the 100 greatest albums of all time come from 6 bands. You heard it here first. You can disagree all you want. This is my channel. Anyway, that's the Big Six in review. I just wanted to cover that real quick. And anyway, I really hope you guys have a great day. I love you all. Please subscribe to my channel. That would be a great help to keep the prog train rolling. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon.